Okay, today I'm going to show you how to make a device where you can crush stone on your own. It's a very simple device and it's not very expensive to make. This is a bag of amethyst that's the complete stones. I'll go ahead and show you a couple of them while I'm talking. And I use them for inlays and woodworking projects, and you can use them for other things too, different art projects or whatever, and you can use it on just about any kind of stone. This is amethyst. You can use it on jade, on turquoise, whatever kind of stones you want to use. I mean, there's a ton of different kinds of colored stones out there. And people use them for inlays, they use them for art projects and stuff like that. And the reason that I'm doing this is because it's considerably cheaper. This is a half-pound bag, and this costs about the same as what probably an ounce, a quarter ounce to an ounce of already crushed stone would cost. This is about $10. Most of those crushed stones are around $10 for a little bitty tiny bag of the stone already crushed up. And the other advantage that you have is that the stones, you can crush them to the desired amount that you want. Sometimes you're going to want real little bitty fine pieces, sometimes you're going to want bigger pieces depending on how big the opening is that you're trying to put the inlay into. So all this is all stuff you can get it at the local hardware store, most of it, or you can get it off Amazon. And I'm going to put links in the description for everything that I use in the video on Amazon. This piece right here is a 2-inch, it's a galvanized nipple is what it's called, galvanized steel nipple, and it's 6 inches long, 2 inches diameter. This is the piece that's hard to find. Most of your home improvement stores don't carry it up to 2 inch unless it's basically you have to find one that's set up to carry contractor type stuff, because this is not used, I guess, a lot in homeowner stuff, so not very many stores carry the 2 inch, but you can get it on Amazon. So like I said, I'll put links to that. So I've got a 2 inch by 6 inch long galvanized nipple, and then I've got a 2 inch cap. And basically I'm going to take that cap, and I did sand the cap down a little bit with a power sander just to smooth it out a little bit, just to make it easier for any dust and stuff to come back off. So you just take that cap and screw it on one side. You only need one cap for the big pipe, for the 2 inch pipe. And just hand tighten it down in there. You don't have to put it on with a wrench or anything like that. So this is a 6 inch one. This is an 8 inch, 1 inch nipple. And so it's a little bit longer, and I'll show you why it needs to be longer. I started out when I made this the first time and had a 6 inch for the 2 inch and for the 1 inch, and it did not work very well. And I'll show you why here in just a second. So you need 2 of these 1 inch caps. So you put one on each end, and again hand tighten it. And I did sand this down a little bit too, just to make it good and flat. Just makes it crush better. You don't have to do that. You can take a file or a grinder or sandpaper, whatever. So you put this 1 inch cap on each of that, and the thing's pretty much built at that point. And you put your stone down in there, and you just drop this in here. And the reason for if both nipples are the same size, with a cap on there, it'll stick up above the top, but this piece right here will hit on that edge. So it's better to go a 2 inch size longer with the one that goes on the inside. It just gives you better place to hold, and it's not going to hit on the rim, so it'll crush better. And it gives you a little bit more weight too, which helps too. So I'm just going to take some stone. That's as simple as it is to build the thing. So I'm going to put enough stone to maybe just about cover the bottom of that. And then basically you just take this thing right here and drop it in here. You want to kind of mix it around, because your stone, of course, is going to work its way to the sides and all that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at what we have here. You can pour it out through the top, or you can take the cap off, either way. I'm going to take the cap off so you can kind of see what we have. So I still got some stones that are not crushed at all, hardly, and I've got some that are medium. And this is the part that I haven't really completely figured out yet. I started out with 2 strainers. This is just like a sink strainer, or not a sink strainer, but just a regular vegetable strainer. So I'm going to pour all my stuff in there and just kind of let it sift through. And that's one thing. I'm going to still look for some different size strainers and stuff like that. So basically anything that won't come through this strainer, I'm going to put back in my cap and recrush it. And then I'm going to go and strain this one more time. So I put this in this is a little screen strainer. I got that off Amazon too. I'll do the same thing with that. So now what I end up with is I've got the really fine crushed stone here, and then kind of I guess what you'd call maybe a fine or a medium or something of that stone there. So this is a little bigger stone, but there's any piece in here had to fit through this strainer, so you know it's pretty well sized at that point. And then we got the dust for real fine pieces, or a lot of times, like what I'm going to do, I'll put this stone in first, let it dry, put it in with the super glue, let it dry, sand it flat, and then I'll have some voids because of the size of that stone, and I'll come back and apply this dust over that. That'll give it a good flat surface and fill any voids in. And it's still the same stone, it'll just give it that look that's completely filled and flat. So anyway, that's basically all there is to this thing. So again, if you could probably find most of these parts at your home improvement store. If you can't, I'll have links to them off Amazon. You're probably going to be looking at around, and I looked on Amazon, the prices are about the same as what they are at the home improvement store. So, and if you got Prime, you'll get them shipped free. So you're looking at 20, 25 bucks. So you make 2 batches of stone for that 1 ounce size bags, you're going to make enough money, you're going to save enough money to pay for this thing. So anyway, I appreciate you watching. Like I said, there will be links in the description, and then I'm going to do a video pretty soon where I'm going to actually be using this stone. That's what I got it for. I had a project that I'm going to do some inlays on. So when I get that video done, I'll put a link to that video on this one too, so you can go see me actually use some of the stone that I crushed in this. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Please like and subscribe. Share my videos. Thank you.